All right, let's do this first one. If a pint of liquid weighs 21 ounces, what is the specific gravity of the liquid? I think hopefully by now it seems obvious. The first thing we need to do is just get rid of these silly household measurements and convert to metric. So we know that 1 pint, or hopefully you know by now, is 473 mils. Okay, so it's 473 mils of this liquid, and 21 ounces, that's a weight, okay, because we said the pint weighs, so that's going to be our conversion in grams, right? So 21 ounces times 28.35 grams per ounce, and that gives us 595.4 grams. Remember, I think grams per mil. Now we have a relationship. There are 595.4 grams of the substance per 473 mils of this substance. I'm gonna bring this down below here. All right. So 595 grams. Oh, 0.4. Might as well carry it out. Per 473 mils. And if I divide this, that comes out to 1.2, basically 6 grams per mil. Okay? So that is my density. Remember, density has measurements of a weight to volume measurements. But I asked you for the specific gravity. Well, also remember that the specific gravity is the weight of a specified volume of substance. So the specified volume is 473 mils, and its weight is 595.4. So 595.4 grams to the corresponding weight of water for that specified volume. Well, how much does 473 mils of water weigh? 473 grams. Our grams cancel out. Of course, you're going to get the same number, 1.26, but it's unitless because it's specific gravity. So the specific gravity of our substance here is 1.26. All right? It's more dense than water, etc. All right. I'm going to pause and see. No, I'm not going to pause and see what I did with the next one. I know what I did with the next one. Here's the next one. What is the weight in grams of 3,620 mils of alcohol with a specific gravity of 0.820? So the alcohol with this specific gravity, remember, we can just say that means there are 0.820 grams of the alcohol per every mil of the alcohol. You already know by looking at it, it's less dense than water, alcohols are, etc. By the way, I realize this is a trailing zero, but in this case, the specific gravity is worked out to that number of significant digits. So when it comes to specific gravities, you will see zeros on the end because they are significant digits that are important when you're working them. All right, so the easiest way to do that is take 3,620 mils of alcohol, and I know there are 0.820 grams of alcohol per every mil of alcohol. And my mils of alcohol cancel out. I'm left with grams of alcohol. That's exactly what I wanted. And if I do the math, it comes out to 2,968.4 grams. So my 3,620 mils of alcohol is going to weigh 2,968.4. It makes sense. We saw up here it's less dense than water, so everything looks good. Now here's here's where, just be careful. I'm going to tell you, oh, there's a little ladybug here. Who wants to say hi? Come on, sweetie. See a ladybug? Ah. Okay, now my dog's jealous. All right, sweetie, go lay down. Okay, so, hold on, ladybug's got to go. All right, so you may have noticed here when I asked you to go from mils to grams, and I gave you a specific gravity, you simply had to what? Multiply by the specific gravity. That's all it involves doing, is multiplying by 0.820. 3,620 times 0.820. That's a nice shortcut, and it's good if you can remember that. If you're going from mils to grams, you can multiply by their specific gravity. But be careful, because I may at some point ask you, if you have so many grams of alcohol with the specific gravity of such and such, how many mils is it? You have to multiply by 1 over 0.820, or in other words, divide by 0.820. So going one way, all you do is multiply. By going the other way, you divide. If you tend to maybe get them mixed up, I suggest you write it out so that you're sure. Okay? But that is a little shortcut. All right? So the last one is, what is the weight in milligrams of 4 fluid ounces of paraldehyde with a specific gravity of 0.990? So do we have all the information we need? Sure. Using dimensional analysis, you bet we do. Okay, so let's start with 4 fluid ounces. We need a conversion right here, obviously, to metric. It's 29. Oops, sorry about that. It's 29.57 mils per 1 fluid ounce. Oh, the ladybugs. So I've got that conversion. Now I can use, I've got my mils, it's 4 fluid ounces, sorry, of paraldehyde. I should put that there, right? Keep my units very specific. Paraldehyde. Now I've got mils of paraldehyde, so I can use my specific gravity. If I say it's 0.990, that means there's 0.990 grams of paraldehyde per every mil of paraldehyde. Looks like we are on the right track. What was the question I asked? The question I asked with, what is the weight in milligrams? So all we need now, as you can see, we have grams of paraldehyde. All we need is a conversion from milligrams to grams. We know that there's 1 times 10 to the 3 milligrams per gram. Make sure everything cancels out. My grams, my mils of paraldehyde, my fluid ounces, well, mils, paraldehyde, fluid ounces, and I am left with milligrams of paraldehyde, which is exactly what I wanted, and the answer is 117,092 milligrams. All right, let me take a peek at the next problems. I'll be right back. Don't go away.